Alright, let's try solving some puzzles this time. So click on solve puzzles, and what I'm just going to do is try to talk out loud how I assess positions and try to solve these. First thing I look at is material count. I see I've got a queen and two rooks, but white has a bishop. And then I want to look at the threat against my king. I see that the queen is barreling down this line. There's also a rook here. So what I want to do then is try to beat white to the punch. And it looks like I need to go after the king here. So what I'm thinking is rook sack on the bishop and maybe bring the other rook in to hit the queen. Let's try it out. And they give me a brilliant. Yay. And then just take the queen. Alright, so there's one more thing I need to do here, and I need to figure out what's the best way to handle it. Probably just go this way. And then pick it off. Wait! Do I want to pick it off, or is bringing the rook back a good idea? Probably not. Just take it. Alright, solved. And they have this sort of slot machine stuff going on now to basically to get you addicted and come back for more. Not sure how I feel about that with this being also a kid-friendly site, but whatever. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. I've got two rooks, two knights, and a bishop. I've got two bishops, two rooks, and a knight and a queen. We both got a queen. So they're attacking my rook with the knight, but their king is exposed, so I believe that's what I need to go after. And I've got to figure out the best way to do it. There's probably a check here, and then the king has to go over here. I have to figure out if that is actually worth it or not. Let's see if I can see anything else. This bishop is biting on this. Now, it may be that I'm supposed to trap the queen. Is there a way to trap the queen? Queen can't go here or here. It doesn't look like I can trap the queen, so it's probably I've got to go after the king. This is a tough one for me, though. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here. It could be that I need to bring the knight in first to threaten checkmate, so that's probably something I should do rather than just giving a mindless check. Let's try that. Hey, what do you know? That was it. Take it. That one's solved. Alright, rack up the slot machine coins. Alright, simple endgame. It looks like I can just go here and march the pawn, but perhaps maybe going here is better because the king is on that diagonal. It might give me extra time, so let's go here instead. And that is it. March, march, queen. Alright. Alright, more slot machine coins. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so the king is on the run. My king looks to be fairly safe. My bishop is on pre. I need a way to corral this king. That might be a pawn push sack. So I go here, the king can go back, and we don't want the king being able to go back. There's also maybe queen here. That actually looks pretty good, so let's try that. Got it. Alright, next one. Okay, another simple endgame. Looks like I want to play my rook to this rank here and just force a trade-off. And only thing is I'm kind of worried about this pawn. Seems like my king is inside the pawn's box, so that should matter. So I'm going to go ahead and force the trade-off. Then trade off. then launch, then come over. You always want to come over inside the box of the pawn. And I can keep racing, take it, push, push, solved. Let's go to the next one. All right, so I could take the rook with the knight. Is there anything else I could do here? This one's kind of weird. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It seems like I should just take the rook. Okay, yeah, that was correct. Now I got to figure out what I should be doing next. Bring the knight away here. Seems like I would, no, because he can go there. What I have to worry about is the king going to the square above my pawn. Can't go there with the knight because, again, king goes there. Can't go here, king goes there. Can I go here and then drop my king back here? If I do that, he could push. That might not be good. This is a tough one for me. I struggle to figure these ones out. Wait a minute, maybe I do go here and my king comes down here. So if I go here, he can't push the pawn. So let me try that. Yeah, and then I go here. Excellent. Whew. I struggle with those sometimes. Okay, so now we got a nice complex position. Bishop is attacking my queen. His king is rather open, though. I could possibly play bishop b5 check. Can I sack the queen on the bishop first, though? The knight can take it? Let me see if I can... Oh, wait a minute. There's also b5 forking the knight and queen. Maybe I take here first, and if he takes with the queen, I could do the bishop thing. That still doesn't look right to me. If I go there and he takes my queen and I take... It still doesn't look right. There's got to be something better I can do here. Let's see if I can figure it out just staring at it for a bit. If queen takes bishop, queen takes... Not really winning any material that way. I know there's got to be something with b5. Wait a minute. What if it's bishop b4 check first, and then I fork? That might actually work. That might just actually work. Let's see. Ah, no, it was wrong. All right. So my other idea was stuff like this, and that is also wrong. So this one I couldn't figure out. Yeah, all of this is wrong. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was totally confused on this one. What if it's just b6 maybe? Is that it? Oh no, that's what it is. Shoot. See, I think I probably take with the knight and then he takes, because I don't want my rook getting snapped off, so I think you take with the knight. And then you take with the queen. All right, now see here, even though I failed, I still try to solve the puzzles. It's important to try to figure it out even if you mess up multiple times. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so he's attacking my rook. I've got a battery going against g2, though. There's a knight protecting f7. Let's see, is there any sort of queen sacking ideas here? There might be some sort of knight sacking type stuff where I play knight to g4, that kind of deal. Knight g4, and then possibly rook, rook takes or something. I want to say knight g4 here looks pretty promising. I gotta try it. Ah, it's wrong. Damn. All right. There's other stuff like queen sack here, but I didn't think that works. Let's see if I can figure out what it is. I don't think there's any way to trap the queen per se. It seems too slow to double up the rooks. Yeah, this is getting hard. Knight there doesn't seem to do anything. Or does it? Oh my god, what if that's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That was it. See, again, this is why you have to try even if you fail. Okay. All right, let's see here. Obviously, there's taking the bishop, but what does that do? Knight here at least forks. Maybe that's what you just do that. Okay. And probably here you just play c6. All right. Broke the losing streak. Let's continue on. Okay, let's see here. What I want to do... See, if I check here, he can't go to this file. I have to go back or over. And I think that's how I can get him. If he goes over here, I would get him. But what if he goes back? I still get him because bishop would be covering the rook. So this has got to be the first move. Yes. And then here I just check again, and it's going to win the rook. All right. Continuing on. All right. So he's got back rank issues. He's attacking my rook as well. The queen is also attacked. So I have to determine if I can get away with taking the queen. I don't see anything else really working here. Yeah. Wow, okay. Sometimes they like to trick you with those simple one movers like that. So you just have to, not overthink it sometimes. All right, my rook is being attacked by the bishop. But again, his king is quite open. So obviously the plan has to fall around entrapping the black king. I want to see what the best way to do this is. I could play bishop c7 check, followed by rook e8. That might actually be the trick. Let's check it out. And then I'm thinking rook e8 is the next move. Of course, if rook e8, king goes here, and what am I doing again? Is there any sort of discovery I can do here? I think I need to bring my knight into the action. I think that's what's going on here. Yeah. Knight has to be brought in. I think that's what it is. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's check out the next one. Okay, so I've almost got like a lolly mate going on here, but there's a rook protecting from that. I have to see if there's anything I can do about it. I also have to look at what black's queen is doing. Is there anything I can do about that? Ah, wait a minute, wait a minute. You always have to look for queen sacrifices. Queen sack here, and then rook slides over. I think that's it. Yep, rook slides over, and then from here you take it. All right. Anyway, we'll keep doing this until I finish this first stage of whatever this puzzle is. I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I've got some firepower against the black king, and I've got a knight that can come in also on f6. However, there is a bishop covering that. So maybe knight can come in here. Knight comes in here, king goes over. I almost want to say then the knight can come here. Tough to say, tough to say. I have to figure out basically the strip attack. I have to figure it out. And it could be another thing where I sack the queen here and then bring the rook over and then do the knight check. I bet that's what it is. So here we go. Oh, wrong. Oh, that sucks. So let's try this. And then I bet it's, well, I mean, I still want to play that, but yeah, let's play it now. That's what it was. I needed to play the knight first and then do the queen sack. Oh well. Okay, my queen is attacked by the knight. However, once again, I've got firepower against the king. Looks like a Greek gift classic, so let's do it. Bring the knight in. Oh no, I should have brought the queen in. Then you bring the knight in. My bad. Okay, this one should be fairly easy Seems like I can check to drive the king away from the rook and just take it. If I take it, he takes, and then I takes, and he's outside. I basically blocked him off from the queening pawn, so I'm just going to take it, then just keep him blocked off. Thankfully, those kind of endgame puzzles are easy to solve. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I could go bishop here, check. That looks pretty good on the surface because the rook is covering all these escape squares. This rook is covering this line of squares, so I'm going to go ahead and play bishop here, but let me make sure I'm not making any sort of mistake. It doesn't look like it. Looks like the rook would have to block it. I still want to do it. I'm doing it. Ah, should have looked for more. I wonder if I'm supposed to take here first. No. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about my knight. Probably something like that. Yep. Oh, I missed a one mover. Well, that happens. Okay. Well, he's got power on my king, but I've also got power on his, and I need to figure out the best way to deal with it. And I have to be fast, too. I have to be fast on this one. Check here, but then the king can go there. I suppose I can just plant the pawn up. Let's try it. And then it's got to be the pawn plant. And then from here, check. And then he's cut off. All right. That's better. Okay, so we can, of course, play the knight here to create the fork, and it's probably something that simple, too. I don't see anything else major going on here, so I'm going to try it. All right. But then I'll just take the queen. Excellent. All right, next one. All right, looks like I'm trying to get after his king. Need to find the easiest way to do that. If I do bishop here, the rook could block it. I think my knight is preventing any sort of queen sorties on me, perhaps. But I don't know. I don't think that's right. My instinct is to play bishop f3 check. I gotta try it. That was it. All right. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Ooh, and I have an idea. I press the pawn, and then I can get my queen to the back rank. Let's try it. And then back rank. Wow, this keeps going. It keeps going. But I think I can just play knight takes c2. That looks fine to me. And then take the rook. All right, got it. Next one. Okay, let's see here. I do have this bishop over here that can come in. I don't know if I should take the rook first. Seems kind of slow. Maybe my bishop should just take the other rook first. It gives us pretty much equal material, though. I think I just take the rook. Yeah, I just take the rook, and then, bam. All right. All right, next one. Okay. Still looks like I have something to go after the king. So you start looking at like bishop takes f7 check, and bringing the knight in also. There's also, because the knight went to this edge, there's like a discovered attack I could possibly do. Because then my queen with the bishop hitting that f7 pawn. Maybe you do that first. King takes, and then you can do that plus that. I'm not sure which to do first, though. So bishop takes, king takes, knight there to sack. Then it brings the queen in. I don't know if I should sack the knight first or the bishop first. That is the question I have to resolve with this. I think I sack the knight first. I'm going to try that. Because my idea is, even if he takes here, my knight can then take here and it will fork the queen and rook. So let's see if I'm on the right track. I am. Excellent. Now I got to determine, do I even sack the bishop on that pawn, or I think I just take the knight. Yeah, there we go. Whew. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, he's attacking my rook, which is pinned to my queen. He does have back rank issues, and I'm wondering there's got to be a way I can exploit that. So let's see if we can't figure it out. See, rook takes bishop. I don't know. I mean, you could go there, then queen takes, then take this rook. Ooh, yeah. I have to think about this for a second. Hopefully it's not some sort of... Wait a minute. No. Hope it wasn't some sort of rook sweep there. That doesn't look like it's going to pan out at all. Is there a deflection sack, rook sack here? Get this off that diagonal? No, that doesn't look right either. Let me think about this for a minute, see if I can't figure it out. Wait a minute. Okay, I get it now. I do take here, because when he takes here, I get the interim check. So let's do it. And now the interim check. And then take the queen. Yay! Alright, we're getting close to finishing this level. Okay, he wants to take my bishop. My queen's on the other side. See what material I'm working with here. My knight could come in. Knight can come in, start attacking this pawn. There's also the idea of, take here and then play the knight there, which would give me more time. It would give me more time. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to take the bishop, then play knight here, then play knight here. Excellent. All right, next one. Okay, so possibly queen can check here and win the bishop. But let's count them to 4 pieces, 2 rooks, 4 pieces. Looks like I could just plainly win a piece. I'm going to go for it. And then just take it. And then take that. All right. All right, looks like one more puzzle ought to do it. Let's see if we can end on a good one here. Okay, his king is in the center, so there's probably some corral work I can do here. Looks like my knight might need to get involved. Like maybe I can play F3 check, drive the king away. But I want to do the... It seems like I need to do this first. Okay, so I need to do the knight fork first. Then drive the king away. Then take the rook. All right, got it. All right, so I'm on the crystal tier, I guess, or whatever tier this is. But anyway, I just wanted to do something different than just play chess against opponents and show my mediocre puzzle solving. But the main thing to take away from here is in solving these puzzles, you always want to visualize. You don't want to break out a chessboard and shuffle pieces. You want to do these where you try to visualize every move and sequence in your head, because that's what really gets you to finding mistakes your opponent will make in games. But anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching.